is Sugar Ray Raper, and we are live at the Suga Shack.
Hey everybody, what is going on? How's everybody doing? Hope you're feeling good. This is Sugar Ray Raper. We are live at the Suga Shack, and I'm gonna have my man Rod Bland coming on in just a minute. He's backstage right there, chilling with the Wizard of Oz. We wanted to say big thank you and big welcome back to my man Eric Sassman, aka the Wizard of Oz, who had been out of commission. He had been in the hospital. He was trying to do a long bike ride, even though he's 90 years old. He's got to learn that he's over 50 now, and you got to slow down. That's just all there is to it. Can't be out there eating jalapenos every day and doing all that crazy stuff. Eric is an eating machine. That dude like to eat. Trust me, he was with me for 3 days. We driving, it's always like, when we getting to eat? I told him to stop getting something to eat. It's always like, man, just grab some peanuts and keep rolling. Anyway, hey, this is Sugar Ray Raper. We're going to have the legendary drummer, Mr. Rod Bland, from the legendary Mr. Bobby Bland, their son. But we're going to have him on in just a minute. I want to go a little different today. Today, I want to go down to my roots. So I'm Sugar Ray. I was grown up in East Texas, y'all. Straight out the church, not the church, the church. That's two different things between church and church. You know, Catholics have church. We have church over the Church of God in Christ. I mean, church. Yeah. Here's one of my favorites. This is the legendary Miss Sean Pace. This woman's voice has always rocked me. Hope you dig this. Check this out, y'all.
Now I've been chained, good Lord, now I've been chained. You know the angels in heaven done sign.
Yeah, Lindsay, Lawrence, how you doing? Chris Cook, Big Red, Bob Ocean, how you doing? Fender Lawson, Gary Wright. Bill Bracken, Rodriguez.
The angels in heaven done sign. Follow me down to that old
Acapella, y'all. She just got the audience singing for it. Stepped out of shoes, y'all.
And the water was cold. You know the angels in heaven, yeah, done shine my name. Well, it chilled my body, but not my soul. Good Lord, the angels in heaven done shine. If you've been changed tonight, come on and help me sing it now. I know. Come on and rock with me. You know that no. It sounds good to me. I know I've been changed. Angels, heaven. Listen, somebody walked up to me and asked me a question one day. They said, girlfriend, how in the world can a brown cow eating green grass gonna turn around and give us some white milk. I said, well, I don't know about that one. But one thing that I do know, that God's chemical laboratory of redemption took my black soul, stained with sin, and plunged me in red blood, the blood of Jesus. And I came out white as snow. Yes, I did. The angels in
Take your butt outside.
heaven done sign. Oh, my name.
Now, that's Miss LaShawn Pace. For y'all that don't know, that's what you call singing. That ain't singing. That was singing right there. I was always a fan of her and Shirley Caesar and Tremaine Hawkins. Everybody was always Walter Hawkins, but me going to the church, I grew up knowing Mom and Pop Linus and BB and CC and Marvin and those guys. And knew a lot of those people. We even met Howard Hewitt back when I was still one of the national choir directors of the Church of God in Christ. I used to go to Memphis every year for the national convocation because I was one of the choir directors. Got to work with Dr. Matty Moss Clark a couple times, and the church, man. That's what I'm singing. That is what I'm. Rob, what kind of noises you got going on over there? Hyping and all kind of stuff. Hey, y'all. First of all, let me say thank you for all the well wishes everyone sent for Pam. She is here at home. I've been taking care of her, and she's been taking care of me, as we always do. She's getting better every day. I know I have to be in Colorado here in a couple of days, so I'm going to have some family members come and stay with her while I go and do that. But for those of y'all that have sent prayers and well wishes and good vibes our way, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you very much. We couldn't make it last week. I want to say thank you to Rob Bland for being nice enough to postpone the week and come back on. We're going to bring him up in just a little bit. But it's a blessing, y'all. I'm blessed to be here. Question of the day is how you doing? How you doing? That's the question of the day. I want to know how y'all doing. I'm always asking different questions, but today I just want to know how everybody's doing. I'm looking over here on the side. A lot of people. Loretta's in the house. Cutler in the house. Alfred is in the house. Barbara Ryan, how you doing? Chris Cook, how you doing? Sean Adams. We got people from all over the world already clicking in. Wales is in the house. Brazil is in the house. India is. Australia is in the house. I mean, we already got people coming in left and right. I'm gonna play one by my guest right now. Matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, listen, y'all. If Facebook cancels and knocks us out, which they probably will, because we're doing a legend here. So whenever you play some of the legend stuff, they just get real antsy. But here's one, y'all. Mr. Rob Bland with his father, legendary Bobby Blue Bland. So check this out. Check it out.
Everybody got that? You got that? You'll be the first one, I bet. Okay. You don't sing until I hold my hand. Here we go.
1 second, y'all. Terry Texas, get that notice again that says that Facebook cancels. Let me see if they make sure it's not tested or not. Please. All right, turn your mic down real quick. Back it up to the phone. My mic is working. Your mic is going back.
Did you understand what I said?
No, something wrong with
You
this
don't
system.
sing until I hold my hand. All right?
My laptop's not on.
Here we go. I know. I know.
Yeah, baby.
I know. You know the song? I say, do you know the song? Come up here. Come right here. You do know the song, right? Okay. Here we go. I know. Go ahead, Clyde. Here we go. Go ahead. I know. It looked like you did it the first time. I know. Well,
I don't think you really know. I think you want to know. You really know.
Look here. Take your time. We'll try one more time. Here we go. I know. All right, that's good. Give a left hand. Now,
I know.
come on. Here we go. I know. Oh, shit. Let's give a left hand.
You know, Greg, always every year.
I know.
Look at my lyrics. That was very sensitive to get backstage. Ryan Slack, how you doing, brother? I see you being over. Wow, player. Thank you.
But I think boy, he did the best of it, okay? You think so? What about the young lady? Did she do okay?
Yeah.
Well, Clyde, you look like you lost. No, you did real good, my man. I understand that. Let's give
You know that guy lost.
right?
Oh my God. Yeah, I love it when the older cats, they had no barriers, man. They did their thing. And so that was Rob playing on the drums with his pops. And I've had the pleasure to meet his mom and some of his other family members when I was invited down by them for a tribute to Mr. Bland down at BB's on Bill Street. That was a lot of fun. Getting messages left to right. Sorry about that. We're gonna have a good time today. We like I said, Pam is doing much better. She's just in the healing process. We also want to welcome back Eric Sassman, aka the Wizard of Oz, who had also, he had let people know, and I wasn't told to let you know, but he had been in the hospital also. He's had some medical issues, but he's bounced back. He's looking good. He's still not eating right, so y'all get on him about that. Because every time I talk to him, he's like, I'm eating right, but I know Eric, he eating whatever somebody put in front of him. So y'all make sure y'all get on it. Bob Ryan, how you doing? Lolo, Pam, I don't know if she's here or not. She's probably back in the room sleeping. We haven't been sleeping. I went to sleep at 10 o'clock this morning. No, actually, I went to sleep this morning at 5. Yesterday, I went to sleep at 10. It's just the way it is. You know, body is just like all off now. And everywhere. I'm gonna mute you, Rod, that's so that I can hear it better. Yeah, right on. So hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Hope everybody's been doing good. How y'all been doing? I want to know how you doing. How is everybody doing? Gary Wright, how you doing? Barbecating, Sacramento in the house, baby. Sacramento. Gary Wright, chef, how you doing? Working hard until vacation in 2 weeks. I can dig that, brother. I can dig that. That was to say, show love and kiss my Converse. I can dig it. Ooh. We're having a good day. Deb Wozencraft says what Deb says. Good here in Wales because I'm enjoying my new flower garden. It's full of beautiful flowers, bees, and butterflies. It keeps me sane. I can dig it. You got to have something to do. You know, what they say, the idle hands are the devil's workshop. That's what they say. Never did understand all the stuff they used to say, but as I get older, more things they used to say come clearer. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna knock that right off the thingy. Oh, it's warm today. It's actually not that warm, but I think because I'm wearing shirts and ties and blah blah blah, and pull off that hat, I was getting warm. Let's do one more here. Let's do one by me. Here's one from my Grammy nominated album. And then we're gonna get Rod and those guys up here, and I'm gonna get Eric up here too before we go, so y'all can say hello to him and make sure he's doing the right thing and eating right. All right, talk to you later. Go. What's that? All right.
Everybody gather around. I got something to say. I'm tired of all these talking heads where the messages are paid. Everything not black and white. There's different shades of gray. We need to come together now before it's all too late. It's time to get moving. You gotta get behind the wheel. It's time to get moving. You got the bad boy still. Come on, get moving. Cause it is getting real. It's time to get moving. We negotiate the deal. The man
right on, ladies and gentlemen. Right on, right on. That was Kentucky. I don't know if Rod remember. We were doing a thing that was Paste out of Kentucky. I think the very next day, it might have been the same day, I met up with Rod Bland. He was playing with another young lady, Ed Woodburns. We did Woodburns, one of the oldest running radio stations, oldest running programs in the country. And that was a weird setup. And I can't remember the name of the theater, but there was this famous old theater. And they had the four of us. It was me, the young lady Rod was playing, another band, and then a very young guitar player. But that was a lot of fun. It's always fun when you're out on the road and you run into people that you hadn't seen for a while. Matter of fact, I think that I'm gonna go ahead and bring Mr. Rod up because like me, he's probably got a million things to do today, and we're gonna bring him up and bring him up stage. So here we go, y'all. Hang on a second. Let me bring him up here. Here it is, Mr. Rod Bland. Rod, what's going on, bro?
Hey, man, how are you?
Not bad. Listen, turn your speakers down on your computer because we getting both. We getting it from your headsets and your computer.
Okay.
All right, that's better. There we go. Now we just got one of you. What'd it be like? Even though you did sound good in stereo.
I appreciate you.
What's it like in Memphis right now, bro?
It's a little warm, but like we talked about Sunday, not as warm as where it is where you are.
Yeah, actually, we cooled down. You know, it poured rain here again last night. Just out of the blue, it started thunder and lightning. I was like, what the heck?
I think we're sitting at about 91 right now.
Oh,
excuse me.
This is
97.
You at 97? Let me see. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 85 degrees.
No, it's only 85 here, baby.
Tonight, expect a low of 70.
I would tell you something, but we're live on YouTube, and my mother is currently watching us right now. So I'm gonna be cool. Now you remember, the first time we got to play some music together was the tribute show shirt, which I'm currently wearing right now from 2017. You let some things slip that you probably should have let slip in front of Miss Bland.
I did.
I think it. You tried to communicate to the crowd that you and I had a couple cigars here and there, and had some libations, and I had a kayfabe.
And you hadn't told Mama. Mama, I don't know what you're talking about. He's speaking Greek.
Right. Well, my mother is something like Columbo, as one of my dad's former musicians used to say. She knows everything and all things, even before you do said things. So, watching right now, YouTube, and thank you for having me here at the Suga Shack.
Right on.
And that was Liz Brasher. Liz Brasher was the young lady I was playing with.
Oh, okay.
We ran into each other in Kentucky.
We were in Kentucky.
Was that 2018, 19? Something like that?
Don't give me the line because I can't remember exactly what.
We're bluesmen. We don't lie. We're bluesmen. We don't lie.
That's right.
Much.
We were there. Much.
That's what BB used to say. I'm a bluesman. I don't lie. Much.
Oh God. I mean, how you been, man? What's been going on? What you been up to? Let's get into your career. Let's get into what's going down.
Man, I'm good. My mom's healthy and safe, and I'm trying to do the same. We just released my debut record. Rod Bland and the Members Only Band.
Yeah,
tribute to Bobby Lou Bland.
I posted that up. I think it was a week ago. That had been a little longer. I mean, it's been crazy for me too. But I remember posting that up, trying to make sure you get some love, man. So go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's quite the undertaking. The process of doing this. We released this in July the 16th, and it was recorded in 2019 during the BMAs, like we would always do. And we recorded it the same day my daughter graduated college from UT Knoxville. And yes, Nicole, that was pure protein, lean body, cookies and cream. It's empty now. So I wasn't prepared to be filmed taking a sip, but I need the protein. So I went to my daughter's graduation that morning in Knoxville, Tennessee, and thanks to a very close friend, little brother, if you will, Will Tucker, Will flew to Knoxville, picked me up, brought me back to Memphis to do the tribute show, and I formed a partnership with NOLA Blue Records. Sally Bankston liked what she heard and believed in me and the project and what I was trying to do, and through NOLA Blue releasing the record exclusively licensed to them, and of course Betsy Brown with Blind Raccoon handling a lot of the PR, and of course the overly talented Street Savvy Unlimited Wheat Robinson and Pete Greer. It was their genius that took my late night idea of what if we took my dad's album cover Members Only and recreated that. I don't know, I got his watt. And then 4 days later, they sent me a mock-up of basically the name change font with his photo. I was like, oh, y'all are serious. So, man, I can't say enough great things about NOLA Blue and Blind Raccoon and Street Savvy. And whenever you find the time, sir, we need to get back together and one more time play I Pity the Fool together.
I want to play
pressure. No pressure.
I want to play that. I love to play that, and I also, two more. I play your pops. I Wouldn't Treat a Dog. Man, that is one of the most groovin'est, soulless, bluesy songs ever. And I don't know why people don't play it more. And then my brother called me his favorite Bobby Blues song is "Dust Got in Daddy's Eye." So that's
okay. Funny story about that.
Younger brother,
I remember us. We did that together in the first show, 2017.
Yeah, I was doing that for my brother. He was going through cancer and all that, and he was like, "Man, can you do Dust Got in My Daddy's Eye?" I said, "I don't know that." He said, "I'm gonna send it to you." And he sent it to me, and so it was weird how that worked out. I was gonna do it with my band, and all of a sudden, it was literally 2 weeks after he sent that to me. This whole thing kind of started with coming in and doing the tribute.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
So I never knew that your brother was battling cancer, but you did tell me that was one of his favorite songs. So the funny story is, when my dad was having his 80th birthday, they had a special birthday party for him at the Samstown Casino in Robinsonville, Mississippi, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be a part of it, doing something outside of just playing with his band. I wanted to do a tribute to him, and that was one of the songs that we threw in our set, Rod Bland and Friends. And I remember after he heard us doing that, he goes, "I didn't know you knew nothing about that." He said, "You know how long ago? You know how long it's been since And I've just always have loved the story, about men being macho and whatnot, and not showing your emotion, and everything. So even to this day, like if something catches me off guard, "Hey, you all right, Rod? You cried?" No, it's just a little dust got in Rod's eye. It got a little dusty in here. Don't worry about it.
So you released your album in July. Do you plan to have any tour dates behind it?
Honestly, I'm looking
going on
realistically. I really don't want to move out of city or out of state until sometime next year. Just as I was thinking about wanting to stretch out, step out, here comes this Delta variant, and everyone is not exactly exercising a lot of caution and precaution, and to each their own. But I've got people in my life that I'm close to, that I care about, so I don't want to run the risk of being around elements that could be detrimental to my health and especially to my mom's health.
Right.
You wouldn't know it by looking at her, believe what her age is. She's a very vibrant looking, youthful woman.
And I was shocked when I met her in Memphis, and that was a few years ago, and I was like,
yeah,
maybe this is what but
now granted,
black don't crack.
Not unless you smoke it, what Marlon Wayans said on Netflix. But I take full ownership and responsibility for the gray hairs that she has. You know,
Yeah, we got the
they,
same
they
hairstyle going there. I like that.
yeah, I brought this back. I brought this back last year when I actually battled COVID. You know,
Right on.
actually ended up catching it from her, and you know we got through it. God's grace, and of course, my mom being a nurse, she knew of certain things that we needed to do to help quickly get this up out of us. But it was I don't want to use a phrase that me and you would use on
You're
air,
all right.
but
Yeah,
it
we don't
was
laugh. This is all grown folks. YouTube is grown folks.
yeah, I know. But
Feel
like I
free.
said, my
That's right,
illustrious
your
mother is
mom.
watching, and she don't need to know that every now and again I put a little too much salt and pepper in my vocabulary. So,
I like
like
where you
Johnny
went.
Guitar Watson said, this COVID is a real mother for you.
Real mother is real mother for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Well, you know, I've been doing the same thing. I've been staying low, especially with them having going through the cancer and the type of cancer she went through. You know, she had to have stem cell treatments, and to do that, they literally took her system down to zero. She had zero immunity. We were in the middle of this. I was actually playing. We had just did her stem cell transfusions and all that, and chemo. And I think the next day, I was able to be here for a few days. I was able to be here with all that. Next day, I was in Seattle, and I remember being in Seattle and being worried, like, okay, at that time, everybody didn't know what was going on. On the way to Seattle, they were telling us, oh, you know, things might, by the time we got there, it went from being a full show to a half show. Actually, we played 2 nights at, Eric, what's the name of the place? I can't even think of it. Jazz Alley. It was,
Seattle.
Yeah, in Seattle. And it was us and, what's the bass player? Can't think of his name. My brain, famous bass player, Marcus Miller. Us and Marcus, and they canceled his show. My first show, they said it was almost sold out, but there was only like 100 people in there, and it was already getting weird. And so the next day, before we walk on stage, they literally walk up and make this huge announcement. They hey, for the foreseeable future, with everything that's going on, this will be the last live show. And so we played the last live show. We're in the middle of the pandemic. We're in the middle of Seattle. That's where the pandemic was all in at that time. And it was crazy, man. And we played that show, and we left there, and we had a big festival. Well, not a big festival, but a great festival, the Walla Walla Guitar Festival up in Walla Walla, Washington. And we got there, you know, they had sold 3,000 tickets, but the state had changed the law, and the city had changed the law. They couldn't have more than 200 people in the room at a time. So, yeah, they actually had the police there finding them. I think it was something crazy like 5 or 10 grand fine for every person over 200. When they say 200, they meant 200. That's the audience, that's the crew, and the bands. So the bands had to wait out. The bands had to wait outside. The regular 15-man crew was knocked down to a 3-man crew. You know, a sound man. They couldn't even let the monitor guy. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. But I'm leaving to go another place. I'm kind of worried, but I hope everything's going to be all right. I know the band. Everybody in my band has been vaccinated, and some of us have had our boosters even. But we're going to Colorado with me, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Ruthie Foster, and you know. I'm a little worried. Colorado's a little wild. I mean, Arizona's a little wild. I mean, I'm always protected. But, you know, we just going to stay in the van, stay amongst each other, mask up, Lysol, and, you know, that's, you know.
You have to.
They got community.
I mean,
even the backstage food, they have it down as a community. The green room is like a community. You know, it's a condo, but everybody got their own room. I'm like, well, that's community. Dude, I'm not going to any enclosed building with nobody that I don't know.
Right.
This time, just crazy. I'm glad that you and Mom survived it, and you've been
and we're both fully vaxxed. We both took the Moderna vaccination, and you did too. Okay, and I just saw the post from a friend of mine on Instagram where apparently the Moderna is a stronger deterrent for the Delta variant, you know. And again, when you're looking at things through social media, you don't know how much of it's true and how much of it's propaganda. But the main thing is do what you can to stay safe and not only protect yourself but those you love. And not to get preachy, but a vaccination, it's not going to be the end of the world. It probably will be the end for you if you don't take it. But we've all at one point in time had to have some kind of vaccination.
Well, that's the part that I don't get. Like, I don't normally get political, and I usually leave it live. But I'm gonna say this: this is the part I don't get. If this type of rhetoric and crap happened back in the 50s and 40s and 50s when they were doing smallpox and polio, how many people would be walking around totally crippled or just not be here today? The country took the vaccine. That's why polio is pretty much wiped out. Why smallpox is pretty much wiped out.
Right.
I don't understand this whole thing. People talking about putting in microchips and I'm like, now they keep putting up all these people that were vaccine hesitant who got it and it messed them up really bad. And they're telling people like, take the vaccine. And I tell people all the time, this information, let me put this out here. The vaccine does not keep you from getting COVID-19, whether it be the Delta variant, whether it be the original variant. What it does do is keep you out of ICU, or like my good friend of mine who's got it right now, and he's paralyzed from the waist down. It actually attacks his spinal system. It keeps you out of that. It's much rather with the vaccine, it's more like having a cold, not even a really bad cold, small flu. Without it, trust me, y'all, I've been with my wife who's been in the medical profession for 40 years. This thing is real. This is not a hoax. This is not some wacky Howard Stern show. This thing is real. And the Delta variant, they say, is as contagious as chickenpox, which means that if somebody's got the Delta variant and you in the room, 99% you got it, just like it would be when you had chickenpox. You remember y'all know how contagious the chickenpox is. If one kid in the school got it in that classroom, almost all the kids in that classroom that haven't had it are going to get it. So that's as far as I'm going political. Y'all get out there and take the virus. And I ain't talking about it for me. I care about you. I want to see y'all at the show. I want to see y'all at the BMAs. We want to see you around. I want you to take the vaccine just so you're around and healthy. Everybody worry about the vaccine killing you. What they're not promoting is how many people the vaccine just screwed up for life. I know some other people, I won't call their names. I got a friend right now who's only 51 years old. One of those guys that's biked and in great shape. He's in really good shape. He can't walk from his living room to his kitchen without oxygen, and it may be that way forever. This is some serious stuff. So that's all I've got to say about that. Sorry about that, Rod.
Yeah, just take it. What a little shot in your arm twice over time is not going to hurt you. It's not going to kill you. It's going to help you get back to being able to go see shows, sporting events, things like that. Just get the vaccine and keep it pushing, keep it moving. We got life to live. So, and now I've said my piece about it too. I'm done.
All right. I want to play another one with you and your pops, if you don't mind. I'm gonna pull myself
by all means.
I'm gonna pull myself off the screen, and then I'll when it comes up, I'll let you set it up. All right.
Okay.
And when you get done, you say roll them, sugar, and I'll roll them. Here we go.
I have no clue what you're about to play, so. See, okay. This is from 2012 in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, and unfortunately, this was the last time my father appeared in Canada, and he received the Mel Brown Award. Mel Brown, for those that know your blues, your Bobby Blue Bland and Bobby Blue Bland band history. Mel Brown was one of my father's longtime guitar players, and he was really happy to have received an award in name recognition of one of his former musicians. Without further ado, Stormy Monday Blues by Bobby Blue Bland. Roll 'em, sugar.
The eagle flies on and should I go out? This is what I say. Lord,
Hey, my ass with that silver
I'm trying to find my baby. I want somebody to send home. Because look out. Yeah, little bit. Take your time. But today I feel like I'm 21. Come on home, baby. We'll have really another
guys, I think you know what you are.
Rod Glad on drum. Let's give him a big hand. We're going way back, please.
You got a little emotional. You got getting a little emotional there, brother.
That's my man. That's all right. You said I can be grown. I'm be grown. Mom, I'm sorry. I missed the shit out of my father.
It should be that way, bro.
And not even because of what I just watched. He and myself, we shared a very unique and strong friendship and bond, not just as father son, not as boss and employee, but friend and friend, and I possibly could have lost my father a lot sooner had it not been for my mother and her being an attentive, doting wife, but also a nurse that was, excuse me, mom, but she was on her shit. She knew what to do when it came to taking care of him, physically, medically, however you want to put it. My mom's a badass woman. And so
I think as
so
a man,
seeing
you don't have that. You lost in the way you know.
yeah.
When you're
So
young is one thing, but
seeing that clip, I haven't seen it since before he passed away. I remember that particular clip. There was a YouTube comment that drums are too loud. Bro, like I can control the mix. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now,
people have no idea, bro. My band is a loud band. It's a concert band. It's not a club band.
Yeah.
It's a concert band.
Same with his.
Exactly. And so people will walk up to me and be like, "We can't hear you singing." I'm like, "Listen, I got a big voice. There's 30,000 people out here. If you can't hear me, perhaps you need to go back there and see that guy back there at that booth. He's got $1 million sound system. There's no way anybody on this stage could be louder than anybody else unless he makes it that way."
Right. So anyway, yeah. That was usually the go home right there. It would when we go into he'd call medley, so that would consist of The Feeling's Gone and the Stormy Monday Blues, and depending on his mood, he'd do Sunday Morning Love in it. There's a Rat Loose in My House, and then he'd throw Charlton Johnson a solo, and that would segue us into the tempo picking up to Drifting Blues and into Reconsider. And then after that, we would do Members Only, and then around about that time, the closer was Love to See You Smile.
Right.
So yeah, it brought back some great memories, and it's kind of the genesis of why I've been doing the Rod Bland and the Members Only band. There are a lot of songs that he used to do as a kid that I remember doing that I wasn't on my game as a boy or my teens, early 20s. Songs that I never got to play with him, and then songs that in his vast catalog I've never once heard Joe Harden, who was the band leader, trumpet player in that clip, say that, yeah, man, we used to do this, we used to do that. So selfishly and greedy on my part, I want to go back and do these tunes and not so much attempt to reinvent the wheel because you can't, and not thinking that someone else is going to sound like him because you can't. And I want that. I want, like, my singers, Jerome Chisholm and Chris Stevenson, Ashton Riker, and you, when you came and did those two shows, it wasn't about sounding like Blue. It was about sounding like you while singing a Bobby Bland song. The most important thing was me and the band doing our best to revitalize how the band worked with him, behind him, if you will. That's what that's all about.
I can dig it, man. I would never go in. You know, some people try to do that, even on that show, and it's like, as a singer, you know, when you got iconic voices, you know, it's kind of like what's the young lady's name who's playing Aretha right now? I can't think of her name. She's a great singer. Jennifer Holiday, yeah, she's a great singer, but she can't be Aretha because those voices come around once in a while. The Bobby Blue Bland, Aretha King, the Aretha Franklin, the Whitney Houston's, the Patti LaBelle, the Gerald Levert's, the Luther Vandross. You know, those voices, you can't mimic those voices. That's just something that they were blessed with. All you can do is go up and give homage to what they did and try to be you and put yourself in their shoes for 3.5 minutes and sing what the song's about. And hopefully that lifts up the person that you're trying to do, song you're trying to sing, because you're not going to be there, man. To try to be them, I think I feel it's a little disrespectful. You know, this is why when I do covers, I do them my way. I'm a homage to the person that made the song famous, whatever. But I'm not them. I'm me. But I wanna do the song respect. I think that's what you're in the band trying to get at. I mean, because there's a lot of people out there trying to play your daddy stuff. But that feel that I got at Memphis with you guys, man, I was like, man, if I didn't have a band. Because that was great.
You know what? Hey, Lady A, I see you. The real Lady A.
The real Lady A.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, the real Lady A. Doggone shame she needed a hashtag for the rest of the free world to understand and realize that she was the OG Lady A. But you know, I still regret those couple times you text and actually called asking me to come play with you, and I was just not in the position to drop what I was doing to make those runs with you, because you know, man, I enjoyed the shit out of playing with you. Okay, I said, all right, that's me. Watch it. I thoroughly enjoyed.
You heard it, Mom.
see how you do? Trying to throw me under the bus and run me over with it. But yeah, I enjoyed playing with you, man. And that gig we did at that old theater, I Slick wanted to push your drummer out the way since he went in my stick bag and grabbed some sticks.
Did he really?
To finish out your part of the set, you know, because we had to play so light, and he did some bamboo sticks, you know, to get through. And I was just, you know, sitting over there in the corner with Liz and Todd, and I heard you say, "All right, put your foot in it, baby. Put your foot in it." And next thing I know, man, that snare drum sure did get off a lot. That dirty dog, and just reached in my stick bag and helped us. Just helped us. I said, "Well, you sap sucker." And I said, "Wait a minute, the groove is kind of tough, you know. Maybe I need to shoulder check him and just, you know, ease right on in there and finish up that last minute and 30 seconds before they cut the cameras on it."
Well, you know, it's gonna happen, brother. I'm gonna make it happen. You know, once things really open up, and we start running again. I will.
Yeah.
I know you get busy, but I'll keep calling, and one of these times I'm gonna call. The stars will align, and I have you on stage. Brother, we in this, and so. Yeah, we passed away, so it's gonna happen, and that's just the way it is. It's gonna happen. So,
hey, and another thing, should I be blessed to do another one of these? You know, product placement. Shame. I would really appreciate it if on the back of here it would read Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, on here, you know, Sugar Ray Rayford. You know, I'm looking at the old poster of Sugar Ray Leonard and Robinson, but I got distracted. I apologize. Sugar Ray Rayford on, you know, whatever song will be on the back listed on an EP. Drummer, Rob Bland, members only band, featuring Sugar Ray Rayford.
I'd be honored. I'd be honored to do it. It would be. I'd be honored to play with you guys.
Same here. And God willing, my mom will be there too, so she can, you know,
do this fast. make this happen.
Cheers on.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Eric Sessman real quick. He's got a doctor's appointment. I know he's going to have to buy out. Let me see if I can bring him up. Every day is the Wizard of Oz. He's looking good. He just posted something. What? Let me unmute you. Unmute. There.
Hey.
Wait,
I'm alive.
Your mic is really hot. Back off your mic.
Is it? Okay.
There you go.
Is that good? All right.
Yeah, you distorted my headphones.
Oh, boy.
I know you got a doctor's appointment. You're going to have to run, man. But, I really appreciate you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for taking over all the social medias and it looks good and all the posts. And I know we got the new album getting ready to come out in February. And I'll be making you work like a runaway slave.
I love it. Bring it on. It's exciting times, man. This new single is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's right. They're getting ready to release the new single. Did they give you the timeline for that?
Nope. I don't know when.
Right,
Stay tuned.
The record company will let us know. Yeah, getting ready to drop the new single. I want to. I just want everybody to see the Wizard of Oz so they can give you some love. Everybody, Evelyn Hayes, Little Red. That's what I call her. What's up?
Evelyn.
Thank you. Nicole Mullen. I think Nicole is in Australia or Wales. I can't remember. She thought okay, but she says, "What's going on? Welcome back, Loretta."
Thank you, everybody.
Might be back afterwards.
Yeah, if my appointment's not too long, I'll be back. So.
Okay. All right, Eric. I'm gonna let you off the screen. I just wanted to see you look good, because I've been talking smack about you.
See, proof. I'm alive. You got to see me.
Yeah. Tell them to eat right, y'all. Tell them to eat right.
Oh yeah, Loretta's making me eat right.
Get your protein.
Applesauce, man.
That's right. I get out, do my mile and a half every day, and lift my weight 4 days a week. Watch what I'm eating.
Yep.
Trying to get it all back, baby. So
you
got it. Don't let it go. When you're young, you don't realize. The old books used to all tell you, boy, the most important thing you can have is your health. And when you're young, you don't think about it because you're invincible. You get to be about 40,
absolutely right.
You start thinking about it, and I'm gonna tell you, young people, if we got any young people on here listening, all that stuff that you're doing, playing sports and all that, it's all good. Love it, enjoy. It will come back. That you had at 18, it will come back when you turn 50.
I just gotta say, don't put off, those things you want to do. Get it done now, because these medical issues just come out of nowhere. Next thing you know, you're in the hospital. That's what happened to me.
Yeah. I mean, that was
surprise. You got a blood clot. Where'd that come from? You never know.
Yeah,
so don't put it off.
The blood clot they found, but before the blood clot, you was in there for what?
Diverticulitis.
There you go.
Just came out of nowhere. A double whammy.
Yeah, double whammy.
Yeah, and they say, "What's that on the CAT scan?" Oh, a blood clot. So I was lucky.
All right, Rod. We're gonna let Eric and Rod both go. They both got to run. They got a couple things to do. I have a Zoom call for this big article they're doing for me. And I think it's Living Rules, one of the magazines. But anyway, Rod, brother, you and Mama, in my heart, in my prayers. Thank you for taking the time out.
Thank you.
And
thank you for having me.
Dude, anytime, man. We're gonna be on the stage together, and I want to be on the back of that album.
Yeah, I need you.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Rayford on Rod Bland, the members only band. And if you don't mind, shameless plug, please go to rbandthemob.com. That's rbandthemob.com. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, RB and MOB. Appreciate you. Eric, thank you. Get well.
Thank you, brother.
Sugar Ray, I love you. My best to Pam, and thank you all for having me. And I will see you further up the road.
Further on up the road. All right, brother. Be safe. Love you, man.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Okay.
All right, Eric, you out?
I'm out.
All right, brother.
Still waiting for that phone call.
All right. I'll talk to you later. We got we're 5 minutes over. I got a couple more videos I want to play before.
All right. Draw me backstage, and we'll chat afterwards.
Right on. There you go. Here's one for you, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Another one from Miss Pace.
There's a leak in this old building, and my soul
Dig.
soul has got to move. I've got another building. A building not made by man's hand. This old building keeps on leaning, y'all, and my soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. This old building keeps on leaning, and my soul has got to move. I've got another building. A building. Yes, I do. Before this time, another year, I may be dead and gone, but before I go, I wanna let you know I'll be living in my brand new home. This old building keeps on sinking, y'all, and my soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. My soul, This old building keeps
Sean
on
Pace, you guys, go
sinking,
look
y'all,
up.
and
Also,
my
Tremaine
soul
Hawkins,
has got
Yolanda Adams,
I've got another building. A building not made. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Clark sisters.
When I can
Really get
read
deep. Mighty Clouds of Joy, the
my
Jackson Southern.
title clear to mansions in the sky, I'll bid farewell to all of my friends. God said He would wipe my weeping eyes. Oh, this old building keeps on sinking,
I sang
and
this
my
song on my
soul
first album,
has
Blind
got
Faith, along with her Night of the Soul.
my soul. My soul. Yeah. This old building keeps on sinking, and my soul has got to move. I've got another building. A building You know what? I'm moving. I'm moving home. Moving home. I'm moving home.
She way up there.
I'm moving. Moving home. Moving home.
I like that.
I'm moving home. I'm moving home.
Sing, girl.
When you hear me sing my song, I'm just moving a little
Just
closer
piano,
to
y'all.
home. When you see me praising the Lord, y'all, I'm just moving closer to my heavenly home. Hey, move. I'm moving home. Yeah. Move. Oh, moving home. Moving home. Oh, I've got another building. Yeah, another building. Yeah, not made by man's hand. Ooh, yeah, another building. Yeah, not made by man's hand. Yeah.
Right on. Miss LaShawn Pace. Love her voice. Always have. My God, that woman. That was when she was like younger. The one I played earlier is when she was a bit older. But I remember when she came on the scene in the gospel world, when the gospel world just started to change. At that time, I was working with the Henderson Mass Choir, and I grew up with so many great singers that people don't even that are not into the gospel world don't know. They know about the Whitney Houstons, you know about the Fantasias and the Patti LaBelle's, and all, but all of them started in the church, and you know, they were nobodies, and then came over to the secular world. You know, one of the greatest singers of all time. People did everything they could to try to get her to do secular music, but she wouldn't. She stayed with gospel, and the result, a lot of people don't know who she is. Some people do because they've seen her in old movies, especially if you watch Turner Classic Movies. Miss Mahalia Jackson. You know, there many blues and at that time race records. They tried everything they could to get Mahalia to do secular music, but she only believed in gospel, and that was her thing. But God bless her. Loved her voice and loved her spirit, Mahalia Jackson. But that was LaShawn Pace. Hope you guys were digging it. This has been the Sugar Shack live here on Tuesday. Join us next Tuesday. I'm not sure who my guest will be. I got a lot of people lined up. I will get that posted to you, and we're gonna break it out. He's gonna work it out. We had a good time today. My guest today was Mr. Rob Bland, and of course, always the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz, Mr. Eric Sassaman. We're glad that he's back. We missed him for a couple weeks there, but he's back in the chair and he's doing this thing. Big shout out to Stephanie Gonzalez from Apropos Management, to Jesse Rossoff over at the Mint Booking Agency. That's my management and booking agency. Big shout out to Pamela Rayford, the strongest woman I know. I've been very blessed to have two very strong women in my life. My grandma, Big Mama Ora, and of course Pam. And I am where I am because of the things that she did, and the things that she's taught me. It's amazing. Thank you all for joining in. And again, thank you for all the great well wishes that you have said, Pam and I, and all the positive vibes. Believe me, we can feel it. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Believe me, with one more, as always, for God's sakes, please be good to one another and to yourself. I'm Sugar Ray Raper. This is the Sugar Shack, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Uh-oh. Slow down on us. See, we got good signal. Let's see what happens. And look like we're not going to be able to play this one. Wow. That is new. There's always a wrinkle. There's always a wrinkle. You can't have it without it. But blessings to y'all. We'll holler at you.